Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. So it is not showing me if anybody is on, so if you could please comment. Hi, Roxy. Hello, everyone. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Laura. So my computer decided to be a little slow. So it took me a moment to get my email up. Well, thank you, Roberta. I appreciate that. It is a lengthy process, but I am seeing through it, so that's good. And I'm more than happy to do it. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Anne. Hi, Susan. Hi, Sally. I miss you. Gisela, no, I'm actually in the shipping room where Matt normally sits. So what I was trying to do earlier is I sat up in the classroom and just did like a little test with the camera on the computer, because that's what we're going to be using for today's information. So in that, with there being the natural light outside, really all you could see was the reflection of me sitting behind my computer. So this is the shipping room where our bathroom is located. And I had the lights off, but I didn't know that there was one light. So we're going to try it. I'm going to do everything that I can to make it so that you can see my screen on the computer as easily as possible. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. Hi, Sharon. Okay, so I am just getting logged in to a few sites so that we can touch base on all things technical. And I was debating on starting the video by singing Let's Get Technical, Technical, but I mean, I still did it. Okay, so this is what I have on the agenda for today's live. If you want me to pencil anything else in, then please just comment in there and I will try to work it in there. So the things that we're going to be going over today is how to download designs from a USB. So we are going to start from scratch. So we do have a lot of customers that come into the store and they just don't even know how to get a disc from Kimberbell by chance. off of the disc and onto a USB stick. So we're going to start there with pretty much the basics. Is there something brown? Is there something, Lisa, what are you saying? Is there something going on? I have not been on consistently. So Lisa, I can text you some more information about some of the things that we have going on that are upcoming. But today's live, we are just primarily going over the technical things because we do get a lot of feedback from customers letting us know that they are not tech savvy, whether they're tech savvy and they just aren't familiar with getting digital downloads and they're used to doing the disk to USB stick to plug into the machines. So we are going to be covering a wide variety of things today. So again, we're going to be going over how to download from a CD to a USB, how to do the digital downloads, and I have a couple of different websites pulled up because different designers have them different ways. We're going to talk a little bit about USB sticks and how to keep all of your information stored and organized so you don't just drive yourself crazy. And then I'm also going to be going over the live. So I'm going to give you an update on that situation and how we're going to be linking the videos to our website. Then I am going to use Kate's phone to show you how to get to the CommentSold app and kind of give you a tour of that app. And then the other two things are OESD with the DoD program that we have had for the past year. It is nice because if you want a design that OESD produces and we don't have it in stock, then you don't have to wait for it. You can bring a USB stick into the store and or submit that digitally, and we can put that into your OESD digital account. Or again, you can bring in your USB stick and you can get it straight on there, leave with it on your stick and ready to plug into your machine. So if I'm missing anything, please let me know. Oh, Nancy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. So thank you. But I'm just happy to help. I really panicked when it came to the videos being deleted because that's 5 years of fun that we didn't want to lose, you know, and it's tons of very useful information that we can continue to pass to customers moving forward. So I didn't want it to wither away. I wanted to make it a priority to get those saved into a different area. So I appreciate you for saying that, and I'm more than happy to help. Oh, thanks, Karen. Okay, so let me... Oops. Ooh. Whatever I did, it's bad. Okay. So to start off with, we're just going to do some announcements. For those of you who participated in the Hopping Down the Bunny Trail Bench Pillow Part 2 yesterday, Cindy has sent out a recording on the nativity bench pillow because she forgot to press the record button, which is totally fine because a lot of what work you did on that second portion of the pillow is replicated from the nativity bench pillow when it comes to the backing and that long strip of glitter. So she did send that out to everyone. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. I don't want this. And then we have a Fab 5 and some awesome panels that I want to show you. Definitely not just you that needs them. So it is, we've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys with even some dates and names of projects that you're still currently working on or haven't even started yet, which is fine. We're all in the same club. So we are going to get that for you, okay? So to start off with, we have a Fab 5 bundle that is available on the website. So it is the Spotsies. You have a brown, a white, purple, yellow, and a pinky red. Margaret, let me take a little screenshot there and I will get that for you, okay? Okay, so this is today's Fab 5 bundle. Very pretty. Oh, thank you, Trudy. Okay, then we have 3 panels left. This is perfect because, you know, Father's Day is right around the corner. So I think this would be a lovely gift to make for you know what, you could be a chickadee and the master of the grill as well. So I take it back. It's not just for dads, not just for men. We are good cooks too. We could be masters of the grill. So we have this panel where you can use this to add a pocket onto your apron. So we have 3 of these remaining, and we are going to get these a new home for $10.99. So if you're interested, please comment barbecue apron. I may invite you to my barbecue. Susan, let me fix that. I don't know why it would say that because it shouldn't say that, but let me fix that real quick. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so Linda Day, are you saying you want 2 Fab 5s? If you could specify, I would greatly appreciate you. The Fab 5 is $20. You got it, sister. Okay, so next we are going to talk about how you can store your items. Website settings. Okay, so everyone who wanted to purchase the Fab 5 online, you can definitely do that. Yes, I will hold that up again for Gisela. This is our Fab 5, the Spotsy. You have a brown, white, purple, yellow, and a pinky red. We are going to go over that here soon, Jean. Okay, so we're just going to talk a little bit about how you can get your files organized. Okay, so I'm going to switch my camera. Okay, so not too bad of a glare. Okay, so we have a couple of different things that we're going to show you. Oh, that's why. Okay, so we have the CD-ROM hard drive, which I suppose has seen better days. Needs a little cleaning. So, okay, so when you plug this into the machine, it gets power. So on ours, there's a little light here. And I'm going to just plug that in to show you. Okay, so when we plug that in, we can touch the little eject button here and it opens our door. So we are no longer in a world where there are computers that have these built into them when it comes to the laptops. So these are, in my opinion, a necessity if you plan on continuing purchasing the CD version of the designs. With that being said, a lot of companies are moving away from that field and are moving to the digital platform. So the next thing that we wanted to show you is the Above and Beyond USB sticks that we sell here in the stores. These are a 4 gig. So when you are plugging a USB stick into your machine, you want them to be a smaller size because then it won't take as long for your processor in your machine to be able to locate those designs and find them. So if you had a 32 gigabyte and it was jam-packed full of designs, and you plugged it in, it's going to take the machine a little extra time to be able to process all of that information for you to then be able to select your design. So when it comes to using a stick that you use in the machine, we suggest using a 4 gigabyte, a 2 gigabyte. It's completely up to your preference. The Radiance does have the ability of using the 8 gig, but and we're going to go over that a little bit more going forward. But I typically only have what I'm currently using for designs on my USB stick. On the rest of the designs that I've either completed or don't have any intention of doing right away, then I store them on a larger sized USB stick. So this is another one. This one has a C port on one side, and if you flip it, it has the cable to then plug it into your computer or to your machine. So you can use these in a lot of different ways because you can, I think if you have an iPhone, and I will let you know right now, I do have a Samsung. So I know that the plugs are a little bit different from Apple to Samsung. But in looking on Amazon, you can just make sure that whatever one you're getting, you are getting one that will accommodate whatever device you have. So for example, on this one, I can plug this into my phone and I can download all of the videos and photos, which being a mom, I have tons. So you can plug that into your phone and get all of that data off of your phone, then plug it into your machine and upload it onto your computer. So the other way that this can work is just plugging this into your USB port. and putting it into your computer, and then having, so I guess I would say the smaller size. So say we are, where did I put it? Say we are doing this design. I am going to open this up, and I am going to go to my CD-ROM. I'm going to push that button for the door to open. And we put that in there. So once it is inserted, the machine will make a little sound and let you know that it's reading the disc. Once it's ready, a little alert will come up on the computer letting you know what information is going to be appearing from that disc. So let me see if there's, nope, there's still glare, but that's okay. Okay, so we have on the left side of our screen, it says DVD drive. So that is letting us know that that's where we just input that CD. Then up at the top of our screen, it's going to let us know what is on that CD. So we have the embroidery files, instructions, and then we have SVG files. So with that being said, I would not just click this and take it over to your USB. So the reason for that is trying to make it brighter. Making it less bright actually helps. That's weird. Okay, so if we wanted to get that CD onto our USB, we have our USB stick on the left side of my computer. I have another port. So another port's being used, and okay, woo. So that window pops up. So technically, what you could do is come over here to your minimization button, and you can have two different windows open. But I typically like to work with one window. Makes it a little less confusing. So this is still selected from our DVD drive, which is, it says right here, that's where these files are from. But if we scroll down, we have a USB stick down in this corner here. So that is USB drive D. I don't want to take all of those embroidery files because I only want to use whatever format of that file I'm wanting to put into my machine. So by now, if you have the an embroidery machine, then you know what format you need. If you don't, you can always give us a call and we'd be happy to help and go over that with you. But say I wanted to do this in PES. Then I am going to take this and I'm just going to highlight the PES version of that, and I'm going to click it with the mouse pad and keep my finger pressed down and drag it down to the USB. Then this window comes up to let you know that it's copying 13 files to that USB drive. So now I go to the USB drive and I see my PES, and I can rename this, and we can say this is the Kimberbell. So I do KB Heartfelt Gift Pockets. Oops, not heart, yeah, felt gift pockets. Okay, so then we've renamed that folder, so when we plug it into the machine, we know we need to look for that Kimberbell Heartfelt Gift Pocket folder. So now we're going to go back over here. We're going to go back to the USB, I'm sorry, the DVD, and we're going to select the instructions, If you want the SVG files, then you can also click that folder, but I'm just going to take the instructions. And I'm going to click and drag that down to that Kimberbell Heartfelt Gift Pocket folder. And down here, it's letting us know that it's copying that information. So, and it just kind of depends on the information that you have stored in your machine. So if you have a lot of documents, you have a lot of things downloaded onto your computer, it may take longer. With my certain situation or particular situation right now with downloading all of the Facebook videos, I do have a lot of information on my computer at the moment. So it is going to take just a moment. And it tells you a percentage. So at this point, we could go somewhere else on the computer and it will give you an update when it's completed. So now I went back to my USB D drive and I can double click on my Heartfelt Pocket and I have all of those designs as well as the instructions. Okay, so that is how to get a design from a disk to a USB stick. So with concluding that, I do go over to my USB drive and I right click and I hit the button for eject. Then it says that it's safe to remove the hardware. So then I'm just going to remove my USB stick. Then I'm going to come over here and press my button. My little door is going to open and I can take my disk out and put my disk back in the box. So then we can close that, unplug that, and save that for the next design. Cindy, we've actually played with quite a few different options when it comes to transferring information. So we've tried a lot of different things. Okay, so we went over the external hard drive. Let me get onto here. Okay, so this is the sheet that I wanted to show you, just to kind of give you guys some information. Oh, Susan, that's a wonderful point. So for those of you who are not reading the comments, our friend Susan did say on there on a Mac to be careful when you hit the eject, because eject and erase are right next to each other. Charlene, I can show you a different way of doing that as well. Okay, so you have the options, of course, of getting a USB stick from our store. You can go to Best Buy, Amazon, you can go to a variety of places. So I did put on here that there is, okay, so this one, the Buffalo external hard drive, it is just a one-sided USB stick. This has 1 terabyte of space, which has a lot of space. Okay, so this would be what I would recommend you storing your designs onto if you want to, like when you're not using them. So once you've completed a project, you would take it off of your machine USB stick, is what I call it, and put it onto your external terabyte to store it. So that way you're not having so much. Sometimes I get bad flash drives from Amazon. Never know which one to get. That's interesting, Lisa. So then you can store all of your designs on here. So then you can have subcategories in your USB stick for Kimberbell, Janine Babbage, OESD, Kiwi, Creative Kiwi, and kind of break it down and keep your designs organized like that. And we will touch a little bit more on that in a little. And then this SSK one is one of those dual sides. So up on this side, you have the part that would plug into either your machine or your computer. Although, with that being said, on the newer computers, you also have this C port. So you could connect it to your computer either way. But this way you can do things from your phone to save space on your phone or whatever. So for me, with my, there we go, my 1 terabyte ones, I have one that's labeled for my laser designs. I have one that's labeled for family fun. So that's where I take my folders or my storage information from my camera on my phone and make more space to take more photos, because there's no such thing as too many photos. So then if I wanted to take those heartfelt gift pockets off of my, if I completed them off of my machine USB stick, then I would plug in both of these USB sticks, move the design from this USB stick onto this USB stick, and have it labeled under my Kimberbell folder. Okay, so that is an option. So the price difference is one of the things that I wanted to let you know. So this Buffalo one, that's just the single-sided, says it is $66.99. But again, 1 terabyte is a lot of space. So $66.99 for 1 terabyte of storage is really a wonderful price. I don't know. No, this is, I think that's what, I'm just going to call it the Hong. What one you have in your hand? Okay, so I just showed you how to get a design off of a disk onto a USB stick, and we put it onto this USB stick. This is a 4 gig USB stick. This is what you would want to plug into your machine. Once you've completed that project and you no longer have use for it on this USB stick and you would like to remove it to make room for other designs, yes, I will. Then you can plug this one in, select the heartfelt pockets, and plug this in to the other USB port on your machine and transfer from your machine to your storage USB. And if you want, I can link these to our calendar or our Facebook, one of the ways. So again, this is a single-sided. It doesn't have that C port on it. It's just the USB connection. So this is $66.99. This Buffalo that has the computer part here, or what you would use to plug into your machine, although keep in mind you don't want to plug in a 1 terabyte flash drive into your computer or into your embroidery machine. Okay, so you have your USB connection and then you have your C port. So this is a dual port USB stick. That is $84.99. This is again another 1 terabyte. Okay, so then we have even more options. So if you're a person who's been doing this for a very long time and you have a lot of designs, then you can even bump it up to the 2 terabyte, which comes in a larger format, and it comes with a cord to plug into the machine. So this has 2 terabytes. This option here is $79. I was told by a computer expert that they said SanDisk are not good for sewing machines. To be honest with you, Lisa, I really only use the USB sticks that we sell here in the store because we know that they're formatted to be able to work in embroidery machines. So I think that it's kind of a safe bet in order to load embroidery designs onto that USB stick to maybe shop small at a shop that can support your needs in that department. Okay, so then we have the external CD and DVD drives. So this one is $22.68, and then I put another option on there, and it is $25.99. So just a couple dollars more, and you get a case to protect it. Okay, and then there's a different external hard drive. So let's see, the other one was $79. This is another 1 terabyte external hard drive. This one's $64.99, but the other one that we had already gone over, this one here, is 2 terabyte. So just to kind of give you an idea of those items there. Okay. I will have, Kate, could you add our USB sticks? Absolutely. Thank you. Kate is going to add the USB sticks online for you guys. I should have done that, so I apologize. Kids dropped in and we'll have to watch later. Bye, Rosie. Okay. So then next what we're going to do, well, I didn't anticipate this. Okay, so we're going to go over to OESD. Maybe I forgot my password. Okay, we're taking a detour. So that is my grandfather and Lily when she was little. Okay, so we're going to change my password. And I'm going to have you look at the tape dispenser while I type that in. Okay. So do you think it's good backup? Okay, so let's get out of here, go back over here, and we'll try this again. Boop. You are now logged in. Yes. Okay. So when you, am I logged in? Yay. Okay, so when you go to your OESD account and say we had a OESD design that we did as a live, we have it up on our website, you can purchase it online, or you came into the store and said, hey, I don't need to buy a USB stick because I have plenty at home. Can we just do it digitally? Then you can go to your little person icon up here. And then on your screen, you're going to see some options. So you have some orders, my designs, Spree Club, addresses, payment methods. So when you use those, you would go to my designs, and then you have some designs that you have available that you've purchased before. Okay. Oh, don't be too afraid to use it. So, okay. So then you would go to your download button. But before you do that, it gives you that option for your file format. So then you can eliminate having all available formats. You can just do the one of your preference. So you can say PES, and you can touch your button right here. Then what is going to happen is in the top right hand corner of your computer, you have this little arrow pointing down to a bar. That is where you can access all of your downloads. So when that download started processing, this changed and now it's completed. So now it shows up here. But let's say that we want to, we're going to go through the steps, okay? So let's say we are going to go and stitch that out. Okay, so we need a USB stick that we're going to use on the machine, and we're going to plug that in. A window is going to come up automatically with our USB-D drive, and we can go over here to the left where it says downloads. And we can take this and you can right click it. If you do not want to click and drag, you can right click it and you can hit copy, go to your USB stick, and then you can right click again and hit paste. And then that design came up right over here. And I do have my screen zoomed, so that's probably why you didn't see it pop up. So now we have that design on our USB stick. So now say we've already gone to the machine, we've already stitched it out. So therefore we no longer need it on this USB stick because we want to just use this USB stick for what you're currently working on, okay? And we're going to go and store it onto our larger USB stick or some type of external hard drive. So then we're going to plug this in on the other side, if I can get my life together and not shove a thread in there. Okay. So now because we've imported this, a second window can come up. Okay, so then so here's that second window because this external hard drive that we've plugged in is now properly installed on the machine. So it's giving you an option to work from this and this at the same time. So you have two windows open. You have one window open. This is USB-E. And then you have this one plugged in, which is USB-D. So like I said, I'm going to close this window because I typically like to work with one window. So I'm going to either right click this design and hit copy. And then go over to our eUSB and I can go in here and right click and hit paste. And that design gets imported there. Now I am using my laser one, which has my laser for my laser cutting machine. So I don't want that in there. So I'm going to delete it. But I am going to go back to my USB-D drive and I'm going to unzoom and I'm going to show you the click and drag. Okay, so we're going to, let's see, we're going to right click and hold it down, and then we're going to drag that folder, and you can see that it's working because you have something moving with your mouse, and you can take it and then let go into the USB-E drive. And again, it pops up in that window. So you have a click and drag option. You have a right click and hit copy, go to the place you want to paste it into. So now we've taken, let's double check. Okay, so here's our USB-D. So this is the one that we are going to be using in our machine. So I have my 4 gig one over here, and we've stitched that out. We've moved it over to the external hard drive, so we no longer need it on this USB stick. So I'm going to hit delete. Are you sure you want to permanently delete this file? We're going to say yes. And then I'm going to go back onto the left side to the USB-D drive. And we can hit the right button, right click it, and we can hit eject. But before I do that, I do want to show you that you have the ability to go into this section here, and you can hit right click, and we can go right here to rename. So we can have this be machine USB stick. Then I can go to my E drive, which is my 1 terabyte, and I can label this USB, right click it, click rename, and I can say laser designs. It says it's too long, so we'll say laser. So I'm going to right click, and I'm going to hit eject to take out my red USB stick off the right hand side. And then I'm going to go back down into my file folder to get that window back up. And I'm going to my laser, and I am going to right click and hit eject. Okay. Ugh. So let me check the comments really quick. You can name the folders. Okay, so let me see. We've gone over USB sticks. We've shown you how you can access your OESD. Okay, so let's see another one. Okay, so we have completed that one. Janine Babbage is the same. Home designs wish list. Okay, so if you were to buy online or in store, the Janine Babbage products do have a code inside of each design. So then when you open up that design, it will give you a list of instructions on how to gain access to those designs. So on Janine Babbage, you can go into beep, 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 register product. And it's going to ask you to start an account. So if you already have an account, then you can log in on this side or register. So if you've never purchased anything from Janine Babbage's designs before, you're going to select register. If you have and are purchasing a new design, then you're going to go into my account. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have no idea if I have an account. So we're just going to, all right. I can't let you guys know my secret passwords. Okay, I don't think so. So we're going to register. So registering your account, enter your email address, tell them you're not a robot, and hit register. Add download key. So at this point, it gives you your account information. So you have your dashboard, orders that you've placed through the Janine Babbage website. So that wouldn't be affiliated to us in any way, but you have your downloads and your download keys. So say you purchased a design from us, you would open up that said design and you would go to this part of your screen where it says register your product. And when you open up the design, it will have a download key and you just input that information and hit submit. And if I did that, I would be taking a code away from somebody else. So I'm not going to do that. So that's how you do the Janine Babbage. Now, Sookie Sews is something that we've been doing a lot with. Give me your phone. Yep. Okay. So again, you have a login option here on the left, and then you have a register option here on the right. I know for a fact that I have an account with Sookie Sews. So you log in and again, you have orders. This would not be affiliated to what you've ordered through Above and Beyond, but it would be what you've ordered through her website. But if you did purchase a Sookie Sews pattern in the store through us here at Above and Beyond, then you could go to the download section. Okay, thank you. And you can have access to your previous downloads. Again, in the pattern for Sookie Sews, it's going to give you that instruction on how to gain access to those files. So it's going to tell you right there. Recent orders, just want to make sure I'm... Okay, so okay, so we will go over that, Lisa. So that's Sookie. I'm just crossing things off to make sure that we're going through everything. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show you is a while back we announced that Kimberbell is now moving to digital downloads for all of their designs. Their holiday rope bowls were going to be what kicks them off with making that change. So those were released, and anything from that point moving forward is going to be a digital download. So Kimberbell sent out an email to their customers saying, to the shops, free design, download code inside so that you can see how it's done. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you want, you can take a screenshot of the screen right now, and it shows you how to redeem your code in those steps. Okay. I'm just going to leave that up there for a moment. And I'm actually going to take a picture of my screen, and we'll post this to our social media, okay? Okay, I will post that later. Yes, it makes me sad about Kimberbell and my code did not work. Had to call them. Well, let's give it a shot. So we're going to go into Kimberbell, and I'm going to go in as a customer, not as a store representative. Hopefully I'm not running over. Oh my gosh, we're going to run over. Okay, so now I'm going to log back in because I think I was logged in as Above and Beyond. Okay, so Amanda McMillan. No! Stop! That's what I didn't want. I was told by Kimberbell that just events will have. Well, why are you not working? Okay. So Lisa, I just went to check with Kate on that. So for those of you who don't have the comments on, Lisa said that she was told by Kimberbell that just the events will have the flash drives until 2026. We have a marketing minute with Kimberbell each month, and in that marketing minute, they did not clarify on when the events will be changed, but moving forward, it will be the events as well as the bonus CDs. Wow, doesn't want to work. Bear with me, I'm sorry. Let's try it again. Well, apparently I can't get logged in, so I may have to come back to this here in a moment, but we'll go over the steps verbally on how to gain access to that. So this is a unique code. So this code is for us as Above and Beyond, so we would appreciate it if you did not use that code, since we have already shown it to you. But you are going to log into your Kimberbell account and create one for free. Okay, then you're going to enter into the top bar the kimberbell.com/redeem. Then you're going to enter a code, and then you'll click on search code, and then you'll verify that it is connected to the correct design. If so, then you hit the button for redeem code. Then you will have to go to a different window. You'll have to go up into your little profile area, and you'll go to your digital library, and then you'll see it in the library, and you'll click download now. Then again, it's going to pop up to your downloads area here. It's going to show you that progress. And then once it's downloaded to your computer, you can put it onto whatever you prefer. If you would like to put it onto your external hard drive because you're in the middle of a lot of projects, then you can put it on there, or you can put it on your machine USB stick. Okay, so let's just go back over there and see if anything's changed. Well, we have a success little check mark. Bless its heart. Okay, so we've gone over Sookie. Maybe closing some of these windows will help. We'll get rid of the OESD since we've covered that. We did Janine Babbage. Okay, so here is that window here. So we clicked on kimberbell.com/redeem. I'm going to copy this code in and paste it and search for code. So I don't know if Kate's already downloaded it for the store, so we'll see. Let's go into our little person here. And you have account details, orders, digital library, wish list, and log out. So we want to go to digital library. And it sure is in there. So the Beautiful Gift Pocket. And then you can hit download now. And again, it's going up to that little window there. And then if you click on it, it will tell you here that it's done. So this is a great thing that just happened. Okay, so I'm going to open up my window here because a lot of places zip their folders and then people are looking for their designs and don't know why it's not showing up on their computer. So let me get zoomed in here. Oh, I'm opening up the wrong thing. You're welcome, Lisa. Okay. Surprise. Okay, so looking at this, and it's kind of hard to see, and I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. So our thing that we just downloaded, our file that we just downloaded, on the folder, it looks like there's a little zipper. It is a compressed zipped folder. So if I were to take this and right click it, copy and paste it into a flash drive, or click and drag to a flash drive, I am going to be transferring over that zipped folder, which then if I take that zipped folder into my USB stick and take it to the USB or to the embroidery machine and plug it in, because of the fact that it's zipped, it's like a security. You're not able to see it. It's zipped shut. So when you have zipped folders, you go to the and click on the design. Then you have an option up here in your toolbar to hit extract all, so you can do that easily there, or you can right click and a window will appear and you can hit extract all. Then a window is going to pop up and it's going to ask you where you would like the destination for those files to be extracted to. I just automatically have mine set to download, so I just hit extract. And then it says that it's copying those. So now when we zoom back in, we still have that zipped folder highlighted because that was what we were currently working on. But now that you've extracted it, we have this folder here and it's the same thing, but you can tell that there is no zipper. So you have two of the same folders of the same information, just one is now visible because it doesn't have that zipper. So while this is still highlighted, I delete that zipped folder. Then I go in, and again, I'm just going to use PES as my example. So I say I'm going home, I have a Destiny, I have a Solaris, I have a Radiance. I'm going to be using the PES format. So I don't need the ART, I don't need EXP. So what I do is I hit next to name, this little white box, and it's going to select all of those formats. And then I'm going to unselect the PES, and I will go up here and I will hit delete. Those extra formats are either going to take up space on your computer or take up extra space on your external hard drive or your USB stick. And we don't need that. We don't want that. So I suggest only working with the format that you plan on using to eliminate those extra formats taking up unnecessary space. Okay, so now we've done the Kimberbell download. Now we're going to talk about Zoom. Okay, so let me go into my email. I sent myself an email. Okay, so that's not what I wanted. Okay, so this is what the email looks like when you get it from us. Maybe there's a little bit more writing in there. But what it says in your subject is what that recording is from Zoom. So then you click on that link. I'm going to make sure my sound is off so Cindy doesn't start talking to us. And it comes up with the video for the Two Big Totes class that Cindy taught last week. Okay. So one of the things that we run into is we only have a set amount of space on Zoom. So we get notified from Zoom when we have limited storage remaining. So what I end up doing is I go on to the Zoom page for us, and I end up downloading those files and putting them onto an external hard drive, which then makes it where if you took a class 4 years ago and you can't seem to find the recording, you can't seem to find any information on it, can we resend it? If it's something that we've removed from Zoom and put onto the external hard drive, when we send it from the external hard drive, that file may be large enough to the point where we try to send it to you, it sends to you in a Google Drive because it's a larger file. If it was just like a little meeting or something, then it would be a smaller sized and you could just download it to your computer without an issue. However, not everybody knows how to work with the Google Drive. So what I recommend is when you get these recordings, if it's something that you're going to be able to use that information in a future class, whether that's just like a technique of inserting a zipper, doing some type of binding technique that you can use at any point, then you download that Zoom video for yourself. Those videos do contain a lot of space, so I recommend doing an external hard drive. Okay, and that's where that conversation on what size external hard drive to get. So I have recently gotten a 16 terabyte drive. This was when we made that decision to download all of the Facebook Lives. Okay, I'm going to flip you over. So this is the 16 terabyte hard drive. This holds a lot of information. So it can store those Zoom classes as well as your embroidery designs. Right now, the only thing that's housed on this device here is the Facebook Lives. Once I complete that, then I will put the Zooms on here as well. So with that being said, this is what your screen looks like. You have a video of the class, and then you have an option up here to download 3 files. If I click on that, if you watch right here, it will change or highlight so that you know that it's begun. So I'm going to hit download files. So now there's a number 2 there. And it's letting me know that it's in the process of downloading. The larger the size, the longer amount of time it's going to take for it to download. And a different screen is going to pop up because I just plugged in that external hard drive. So if that happens, that's why. Okay, so now this window popped up. That's letting us know that that is completed. All right, so then what I would do is now this is that external hard drive. I am in that external hard drive. I can right click. I can go to new. Then this side menu is going to pop up. And I'm going to go up here and select new folder. Try again. Okay. Didn't want to work. So my external hard drive's making some interesting noises. It's thinking about it. So there's our new folder. If we click on that, you can right click and we can go to rename and we can say Zoom by Annie 2 big totes. Then we need to go over to our download section because that's where that information is as of yet. We don't have that anywhere else. So we're going to go back to the downloads. These 2 formats here are, let's see, the video recordings, and then the one below is the chat. I personally don't think that the chat is worth keeping unless you like to look at the comments. I definitely think that we can all learn from each other. So somebody could have asked a question on the class and gotten an answer to something you hadn't even thought of. So that's completely up to you, but I delete those. And then I'm going to take the recording and I'm going to right click, go to copy. And then I'm going to go back to the external hard drive, open up my by Annie's. So we are in the external hard drive. We are in the folder, like I double clicked inside the folder for the Zoom by Annie. And I can just go into here, right click and hit paste. Now it's going to tell me that it's copying 2 items. Again, those videos are more space. There's a lot more to it, so it's not going to be a quick download. You may not see this window every single time that you're transferring something. If it was just that one design, say for example, the one we did for the OESD that we downloaded to show you how to get that onto your USB stick. It's one single design in one single size, so it didn't even give us this progress window. So just so that you know what to expect. Larger files are going to give you that window there. Then, if I catch it in time, down here, it's going to let you know what percent it's at. So if you decide to be a multitasker and go do, I don't know, your grocery order on another window, then you can just bring up that window and it will tell you what percent it's at while you're doing other things. So now we have that in the external hard drive. I want to go and make sure to go into my downloads and delete them so it's not going to take up space on my computer. It's on the external hard drive. I don't need it in my downloads anymore. Then you have 2 of the same thing and we don't need that. So I deleted that Again, we can just click into my external hard drive. I clicked into the By Annie folder, and there's the recordings. And like I said, I am not using this external hard drive at the moment for things of that nature. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to delete. Okay, so downloading Zooms, we've gone over that. Okay, so next, while I have this up, I have all of 2020's MP4 is the format for a video. It is a type. So if it says MP4, it is a video. But it may have an MP4, but it may only be the audio. So depending on how you want to obtain that file, and you can just click them open to see. So we have March of 2020, and that was when we started. So we have all of those. So I'm just going to give you a quick little update. So I have all of 2020's videos, all of 2021's videos, all of 2022, and I am currently working on 2023. I've got January through April, and I have done 2025. So I right now have 2023 and 2024 left to do. So with that being said, I'm going to take you over to our website. Okay, and in the Facebook, in our calendar, you can go to events, and you can select on one of those. And what we did before is you click on a class. It shows you what that picture is of that class, with there being the option of, if it's an embroidery, there will be a link if it's not something that we carry in the store. So for example, if it was a Creative Kiwi, we would have a link in that area so that you are then able to go directly to that platform and get that design, whether it's a free design or a paid for design. But then we have another link that will tell you, let's see, another link that says click here to watch the replay. So what I'm in the process of right now is downloading all of those videos. I have gone to and completed the beginning of 2020. So if you go to Facebook products and select live products, you have the ability to see previous year lives. So I've made it so that you don't have to go through a different process. Okay. And I'm just going to show you that right now. So we're going to go to March, when we've begun doing the Facebook lives. And I'm just going to select one of March's projects. Okay. So then we have the Kimberbell luggage tag. We have a picture of the project. We have a brief description. And then we have click here for files and directions, and then click here for the replay. So before, when you hit that button, it took you to Facebook's video. But like Facebook announced, they are going to be deleting their videos 30 days after they're posted. So we're not even going to be doing anything with Facebook after this point when it comes to uploading it from Facebook. We're still going to be doing live like we're on today, but now we are going to upload that video to YouTube, and that link will take you to view that video through YouTube. Okay. Lost, not list. Just don't know how to use MP4 or understand. So an MP4 is a video or the audio. What I suggest is downloading both of those MP4s and figuring out which one you prefer. Okay, so then that is an update on the Facebook Live situation. I will tell you it is a process in order to get them uploaded. Okay, and what I can do is I can show you a little sneak peek into how I'm having to do this if it decides to cooperate with me. Okay, so like I said, I have done through April. So I am going to move on to May. And we have, this is from our part of that, but May 1st's video, it says that it's a video, and it has, Cindy has a quick mini tote project, and I go to my little 3 dots here. And I go to download. And I'm downloading in high definition. My screen goes black. My little indicator up here in my corner lets me know that it's in the process of downloading. I let that first one download so that I can go to my next one and do the same thing. So now I found May 2nd of 2023, and I'm hitting my poor computer. I need some coffee. See, I hit the wrong button. What's what happens when you're faster than your computer? But I give my girl some props because she's doing lots of work right now. Okay, so I go to the second, hit my 3 dots, and hope and pray that the window comes up. And then go to download and download HD. Then I go to the bottom of my screen here and I go to my downloads and I go to the one that has, so in this situation, it happened so fast. So now I have 2 folders that are unnamed. So I have no way of knowing which one is May 1st or May 2nd. So what I can do is I can look at the size of those folders and I can go back and I can look. Okay, so May 2nd is a 54-minute video and May 1st is a 39. So therefore, when I go back to my folder, I am going to look for the smaller size, and I know that that is going to be May 1st because it was only a 30-minute video. And I am doing Facebook Live, May 1st, 2023. Then I'm going here, Facebook Live, May 2nd, 2023. Because when I go to upload all of those videos, then I'm able to put what that project is in the title as well on YouTube. So that is that. Okay, so then I wanted to show you. All right, so we have Kate's phone. And you're going to have to bear with me because I am a Samsunger. So I am going to show you on Kate's phone because everyone here, except for Matt and myself, is a Android. Well, I shouldn't say that. Steve also does it. I should maybe go get Steve. Okay, so we are going to the App Store. So I'm going to show you how to download the Above and Beyond app. So down here you have your search bar, and we're going to tap Above and Beyond. When we do this, it is going to come up that she already has it. So on here, you see the A and B, Above and Beyond Sewing. If you have not yet downloaded it, it's going to say install. If you already have it, you're going to be able to hit open. When you are in the app, and this is really beneficial for those of you who like to participate in the comment sold sales. You have the ability to look at previous lives. You have the ability to look at the items that are shown. You have the ability to create a wish list of your items. In your account, you have your profile where you can make some minor changes. Then you have your order history. So you can see what order number and what those items inside each order contained. Your notifications. So you can learn more about that item. So what I just did is I went to the home button and I just selected a random item. That is going to give you a description of what is about that product. It's going to tell you the price, and you can hit add to wish list. If it is a item that is available, then you can do add to cart. Okay, you have 4 hours in order to make your selections and complete your payment. If you don't do it within that 4-hour period, if it's like this where it says it's on the wait list, you're on a wait list for it. So you have gotten a notification that says, hey, this is now available and it is in your cart. You have 4 hours. If you don't go to your cart and pay within that 4-hour period, it will drop from your cart and go to the next person on that wait list. I can definitely do that for you, Lisa. Okay, so then it's kind of hard for me to be able to show you, but it's the same process on a Samsung. You're going to go to the Google Play Store, search for Above and Beyond, and then moving forward, you have, Kate has a lot of apps. She likes to play games. All right, so then you can find the app by finding that logo, but it just makes it a little easier to be able to see what is going to be shown on that comment sold. You can add things to your cart quicker without having to comment sold, whatever the code is that Matt decides, which is so fun to listen to. So then it just makes it a lot easier, and I think it takes a lot of stress away from you having to figure out what's in your cart, what's not in your cart. You have access to figuring out what is in your cart. Up here, you have a magnifying lens. You have your cart, so you can see what's in there. You can eliminate things that are in your cart and everything. So that is a ton of information for you for today. So I appreciate you taking the time to spend the afternoon with me so that we can cover some of that information. I did forget to show you guys Etsy. Does anybody want me to show you the Etsy? So it's kind of similar when it comes to Etsy. You'll go through the process of entering your information, and then you can go to your little account and you can look at your orders, and then in there you can see which formats or what files you've purchased, and you can... Thank you, Susan. Okay, Karen says yes, we're going to Etsy, which is nice for me because I'm going to purchase a laser file. Okay, let me flip you. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. Okay. I don't like that web browser. I love Chrome. Etsy. Okay, so let's see. What is in my cart? Okay. So build a pop-up bunny. Dad, I love you. These are stickers for my water bottle. Do not judge me on what's in my cart, okay? Ooh, look at this. Hoppin', the little hoppin' butt. Interchangeable. Okay, I just need to make up my mind. This is the hardest part. Okay, so remove. I have plenty of book stickers. All right, let's do Dad. We're going to check out from this shop only. All right, so it has my information already stored on there. So when you're shopping for designs on Etsy, they are going to pop up with a window where it says add personalization. But if you look at the note underneath, all they are asking you to do is to type in yes, because it is giving you that reminder that it is a digital download, not a physical product. So then you also have that information here. We're checking out directly from this, this shop on Etsy. It is a instant download. It has my information already saved, and I can hit place order. And it says, hold tight while we submit your order. Then it says, don't miss out on what's in your cart. But we can go into, into your little profile, and you can look up purchases. I'm going to slide you over, and then you can go and see all of your purchases. So I have lots of stickers, lots of goodies. Okay, so then I did the Dad laser cut Father's Day SVG file. Okay. It has a zipped folder, so we know when we download it, it's going to come in that folder that has the zipper, okay? And then we keep on scrolling. And we have download files. So now I'm going to hit download files, and then you're going to see our download button up here change to show you that that download has been initiated. And then you can double click this, or you can go down to the bottom. So if you open it up like that, it's going to come up as an unzipped area, but we want to unzip it. So we have the zip. We're going to either go up here and hit extract all, or you can right click and hit it. Oh, I don't know what I hit. Don't listen to me. Okay, right click and extract. Unpin. I pinned from start, so I'm going to undo that. All right, right click and extract all. Then we're going to see a duplicate up here without my zipper. Again, I don't need the zipped one any longer because I have an opened folder here, so I delete it. And then I can put my laser USB stick in and transfer it. But if I do that, I won't do it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go home and I'm going to make this on my next day off. Okay. Sally, you're so sweet. Okay. What is a laser file? So Sherry, a laser file is a SVG file. So a lot of the Kimberbells, a lot of designers have SVG files included with the embroidery so that you can use it in your cutting machines like the Cameo, Cricuts, things of that nature. You can plug those files into your cutting machines, and then that will cut your fabrics for you in the same shape that you need for your applique. Again, it is just a preference. So for me, I prefer to just place my fabric and have it stitch and trim the excess. But some people really enjoy using the SVG files. It cuts out your fabrics in the same shape as your applique fabric. You just need to make sure that you place it within that applique area precisely, and that it doesn't move. So a SVG file is a laser file. It's what I use to use the laser cutting machine at home to cut wood and acrylics. So we'll just pretend it was a PES. Okay. Oh, yes, I'm so sorry, Barb. Guys, you're not sick of me yet? Okay. No, I don't want to filter. Get out of here. Remove all stickers. Okay, let me see what this one is. Okay, so this is another external hard drive. What I will say is the external hard drives, look at the descriptions on Amazon because some of them will tell you that it's password protected. Because then it's yet another password that you need to keep. So if you prefer that, you want some extra security on there, then by all means, have at it. Okay, so this is the one that I've been putting the zooms on, okay? But what, we're going to do this on paper. We're going old school. Okay, so we're just going to talk about folders really quick, okay? So again, you would right click and you would rename or add a new folder. So what I normally do is I have like Kimberbell, and then I have OESD, Creative Kiwi, and so on, okay? So then what would happen is automatically these are going to be organized alphabetically. Then when you open this up, you could have okay, and then you would have different folders within. So I would have in there a subfolder for background, and I normally have it just like that, background quilting files. I have quilts, bench pillows, wall hangings. What else do they have? Bench pillows, wall hangings, ladder quilts. Okay, and then in there, I could have a subcategory. If I clicked on the bench pillows, I could have the nativity. For example, yeah, mug rugs. Good job. Mug rugs. Okay, so I would have, if I double clicked my bench pillows, I would be able to see that I have the nativity, sweet as pie. But if I opened up those, you would see embroidery files, instructions. So if I opened up those individually, both nativity and sweet as pie are going to have embroidery files and instructions specific to that bench pillow. Mug rugs, I would have collection 1, collection 2, collection 3. And if I opened up collection 3, I would have a folder for embroidery files, instructions, SVG if you want to keep those. Okay, but if we did Creative Kiwi, I would do coasters. And then inside coasters, you can create a folder for holidays. Then I could do mug rugs. Again, open that up, add a new folder for different, different themes. But then I have all of those. So I have Kimberbell, OESD, Creative Kiwi, Embroidery Weekly, Janine Babbage, Pickle Pie, Sookie Sews. So then you open up that, so you have brand, and then within the brand you have type of project, then you have, a subcategory of holiday, and then individual design title. And within the individual design title, you have files and instructions. What about individual designs? So then you would just have an individual design folder saying embroidery library. Open that up. You have one design. Like for my lasers, my laser files, I have by holiday or by occasion. So I have like baby announcements, and then in my baby announcements, I'll have name plaques or birth announcements where they have the name, where you can put the weight, the height, the time that the baby was born. Those are smaller than a name plaque. So kind of just base it off of what is going to work for you. Okay. All right. So I hope this was helpful. Again, if you want to give me a call, I'm more than happy to go over it again with you, or just know that this is going to be one of the videos that I upload sooner than later. So again, what I'm doing is I'm downloading all of the live videos right now, just trying to make sure that I have access to those before I worry about uploading, so I don't run out of time. And Lisa, I'll give you a call, okay? So I'm downloading all those videos. The process of uploading all those videos to the website is going to take me some time. I feel like I'm probably going to be doing it for the rest of the year. But my goal, I mean, on the weekends when you go home from work, we, eat dinner, watch something on the TV, or do something with the kids. And I do it at the same time. So hopefully it's not going to take me too long. I just really appreciate you guys having the patience with me in order to make sure that it gets done. But again, I'm downloading all those videos, and when I start uploading, I'm going to upload from the current to the furthest in the past. So, but thank you so much for spending the afternoon with me. It's 3:43. I went way over. All right. Well, I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And then I will see you on live for Monday. We are going to be having special sales for the anniversary of the Facebook lives. So make sure to tune in on Monday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we will have some goodies for you. And Matt will be with me. I'm so excited. All right. Have a good one. Bye, guys.